that dress. You know exactly which one I'm talking about. The one with the bold print. The jewel-toned one that makes your melanin pop. It's been in your closet since last summer. Tag still on. Waiting. And every time you reach for it, you stop. Because of your arms. Not because the dress isn't beautiful. Not because you aren't beautiful. But because nobody, not one person, ever gave you the real information for a body like yours. Today that changes. Welcome back to Ageless Fashion. The channel where we dress the woman you actually are, not the woman magazines pretend you should be. If you are watching from the US, hit that like button. It tells YouTube that this content matters, and it helps me reach more queens like you who deserve this. And if you're watching from the UK, Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, Jamaica, anywhere in this beautiful world, you are so welcome here. Drop your country in the comments. I want to see us. Now, I need to say something before we get into these 5 tricks. Every single video on this topic you have ever watched, they showed these tricks on a model. Light skin, toned arms, no texture, no history in her skin. And you watched and thought, well, that's nice for her. I'm doing something completely different today. Everything I'm about to show you was designed specifically for melanin-rich skin, for Black women's bodies, for our texture, our fullness, our undertones, our particular relationship with color and light. Because here's what nobody tells you. The rules that work for a 55-year-old white woman and the rules that work for a 55-year-old Black woman are not the same rules. Our skin absorbs light differently. Our skin tones interact with fabric colors differently. Our arms, with their beautiful depth, their strength, their stories, deserve a framework built for them. That's what these 5 tricks are. And I promised you something right at the start. There is one mistake that is making your arms look worse, even in the most stunning dress. We are going to get to it. Stay with me. There is also a shopping shortcut at the very end. I spent weeks finding it. It is specific to us, and it will change how you shop forever. Let's go. These 5 tricks are not a random list. They are a system. Trick 1 builds the physical foundation. Trick 2 works the geometry. Trick 3 gives you permission and protection. Trick 4 controls where every eye in the room goes, including your own. Trick 5 is the science color. And for Black women, this one is the most powerful of all. Each trick makes the next one stronger. Ready? Let's begin. Trick 1. The Melanin Match Layer, the invisible sleeve. Rewritten for us. Most women over 50 have tried one thing when they want to cover their arms. A cardigan. You pull it on. You tug it down. You walk into a July cookout in 90-degree heat, sweating through a knit layer you didn't even want to wear. And the worst part? It didn't even work. Because a cardigan adds bulk. And when you add bulk to an arm, you don't soften it. You make it wider. There's also something else, something that doesn't get said enough. Wearing a cardigan feels like hiding, and you feel it all day. That awareness lives in your body at every table, every photo, every moment you go to raise your hand or reach for something. You've been doing the only thing you knew to do. Here's what else exists. Trick 1 is what I call the Melanin Match Layer. It's a seamless second skin mesh top, worn underneath your dress, not over it. Think of it as a real-life filter for your arms. Not hiding anything, unifying everything. The mesh sits flush against your skin. It adds zero bulk. It moves with you. And from shoulder to wrist, everything becomes one unbroken, continuous line. That's what a cardigan can never give you. A cardigan creates an edge, where sleeve end and arm begins. The Melanin Match Layer eliminates that edge entirely. But here's where this trick is completely different for us. Most mesh tops sold as nude or skin tone are made for one skin tone. You already know which one. For Black women, and this is non-negotiable, you need mesh in your actual color range. Here's how to find yours. For medium brown to caramel skin tones, look for mesh labeled deep nude, warm tan, caramel, or mocha. Not nude. Not beige. Those will read as a contrasting stripe against your arm, which is the exact opposite of what we want. For deep brown to rich ebony skin tones, look for mesh in deep brown, espresso, dark cocoa, or mahogany. Some brands label these deep or rich tones. Ignore anything with the word gray, Cool gray against warm melanin-rich skin creates ash, not elegance. For warm golden brown complexions, warm bronze, honey, or golden nude mesh will disappear against your skin the way it's supposed to. Here's how to use it. Step 1. Find your mesh top in the correct tone. I'll give you the exact search terms in a moment. Step 2. Put the mesh on first, then your dress over it. The mesh becomes part of your silhouette, not an addition to it. Step 3. And almost everyone skips this one. Match the mesh to your dress as well as your skin. An exact match between mesh and dress color is the most invisible result. A shade slightly deeper than your dress creates a tonal depth that reads as elegant. A shade lighter creates contrast. Avoid that. For fuller arms, choose a relaxed fit mesh, not compression. Compression grips the arm and actually makes it look more prominent. You want fabric that floats against the skin, not fabric that squeezes. Where to find it? On Amazon, search Seamless Long Sleeve Mesh Top Deep Brown, or substitute your tone. Filter by color. Look for 90% nylon in the label, the softest and most flexible. Budget, $12.28 in the UK. ASOS has the widest range of deeper tones. Search mesh long sleeve top and filter by color. If budget is tight, Shein carries these from $8 to $12. Size up one full size. Their mesh runs small, especially on fuller arms. That is trick 1, the foundation. Everything that follows becomes more powerful because of it. Trick 2, the proportion reframe. What your strap width is actually telling the world. Here's a belief most of us have carried for years. Wider strap equals more coverage. More coverage equals arms that look better. So we shop for the widest strap we can find. And here is exactly what we got wrong. Strap width is not about coverage, it is about proportion. And those are two entirely different problems, with two entirely different solutions. When you understand proportion, you stop shopping for fabric. You start shopping for geometry. And that is where everything changes. Here's how it actually works. The eye doesn't measure your arm in isolation. It reads your arm as a ratio. Arm width compared to shoulder width. Those two things together. A narrow spaghetti strap makes the shoulder look narrow, and a narrow shoulder makes the arm look wider by comparison. Now flip it. Widen the strap. The shoulder reads as broader. And when the shoulder reads as broader, the arm looks proportionally slimmer. By the same math. Your arm didn't change. The ratio did. That is proportion science. And it works every single time. Here's your shopping tool, the 3-finger rule. When you are looking at a sleeveless dress, in a store, online, or in your own wardrobe, lay 3 fingers horizontally across the strap at its widest point on the shoulder. Under 3 fingers wide, the strap will emphasize arm width. 3 fingers or more, proportionally flattering every time. 3 fingers. You can do this anywhere, in a fitting room, on a product photo online, on a dress you already own. Now, for Black women over 50, there's a neckline conversation that nobody is having. Necklines work with the strap, not against it. And for our particular body shapes and our beautiful décolletage, this matters. A V-neck draws the eye upward and inward, toward the face, down the center of the body, away from the arm edges entirely. For fuller arms, a wide strap paired with a V-neck is the single most powerful proportion combination available to you. A square neck creates a clean horizontal shoulder line, also excellent, especially on women with a broader shoulder who want clean structure. A sweetheart neckline draws attention to the collarbone and chest, a deeply flattering zone for many Black women over 50. Pair it with a wide strap, and you have an extremely elegant combination. One thing to look for specifically, the racerback dress. It solves the bra strap visibility issue completely, sits elegantly across the back, and typically features a wider strap by design. You'll need a racerback bra or a simple clip converter. Search racerback bra converter on Amazon, under $5, and it opens up an entirely new category of dresses. I want to stop here for a moment before we go further. We are not hiding your arms. We are giving the eye a better story to read. Your arms are part of this design. We are choosing the frame. That is what proportion science is, not camouflage, architecture. Trick 3. The permission layer, for the women who want coverage, and for the women who've been through something. Some of you are watching this because you want a little more coverage. No medical reason, no specific concern. Just, you prefer it. You don't need a reason beyond that. I prefer more coverage is enough. And some of you are watching because you've carried something heavier. A surgery, a scar, a procedure that changed the way your arms or shoulders look or feel. Maybe lymph node removal. Maybe breast surgery. Maybe something you haven't said out loud to many people. This trick was designed with you specifically in mind. Trick 3 is the permission layer. It is an open, flowing, non-compressive layer worn over your sleeveless dress. Not a cardigan, not a jacket, nothing with structure, nothing that closes. Specifically, you want one of 3 things: a linen open front shirt, a shish kimono, or a soft open front duster. And here is the single most important styling rule for all 3 of them, and almost no one says it clearly. Never button it. Never close it. Leave it open. When it's closed, it becomes a cardigan in different fabric. Same energy of hiding, same bulk, same edge where coverage ends and arm begins. When it's open, it becomes an intentional layer. A statement, a choice. That one shift from closed to open is the entire difference between hiding and choosing. How to choose for the occasion. For outdoor summer events, a garden party, a summer wedding, a family reunion, linen is your only choice. Here's why. Linen is the one fabric that actually gets cooler as the day warms. It wicks heat away from the body. Look specifically for open weave linen, not lined linen, which defeats the entire purpose. For indoor events, a dinner, a gala, an indoor ceremony, a chiffon kimono is ideal. Chiffon floats away from the body. It creates movement when you walk. It photographs beautifully. And against melanin-rich skin, a deep jewel-tone chiffon, cobalt, emerald, magenta, looks nothing short of regal. For everyday elegance, a soft cotton duster. Most affordable. Works for almost any occasion. Easy to find in a wide range of colors. For women with specific physical needs, if you have lymphedema, swelling that can occur after lymph node removal, natural fibers only, open weave linen or soft cotton. Nothing with nylon, nothing with spandex, nothing elastic or compressive. The layer must breathe freely. And always check with your medical team. This is styling guidance, not medical advice. If you have sensitive or reactive skin, natural fibers only. Linen, cotton, silk. Pre-wash before wearing to an event so there's no reaction from factory chemicals. To find the linen duster, Amazon and Target. Search linen open front duster women. TK Maxx and TJ Maxx carry these seasonally for under $35. Look for 100% linen on the label. If linen is hard to find in your color, search cotton gauze kimono women, $18, $28, nearly as breathable and a stunning alternative. One thing to avoid: any listing with the word cardigan or blazer in the title. Those have structure you don't want here. This was the trick I mentioned at the start. The one built specifically for women who've had surgery. It doesn't press on scar tissue. It doesn't restrict lymphatic flow. It's fully adjustable. You can pull it away from your body wherever you need to. And it is beautiful. For every woman watching who has been through something that changed your body, your relationship with your arms, your comfort in sleeveless anything, this trick was made with you in mind. You deserve to wear sleeveless. And this is how. Trick 4. The eye magnet, the mistake that's making your arms look worse. And the fix, this is it. The mistake I mentioned right at the beginning. The one that makes arms look worse even when you're wearing the most beautiful dress. Are you ready? Here it is. A beautiful sleeveless dress with no focal point. That's it. When your outfit gives the eye nowhere deliberate to land, it wanders. And for most of us, for most women who carry any self-consciousness about their arms, the eye goes straight to exactly where we wish it wouldn't. Our own gaze included. The fix is not about the arms at all. It's about giving every eye in the room somewhere better to go. The human eye doesn't rest. It moves constantly toward whatever is most interesting in a frame. Color, contrast, something bold, something unexpected. If you don't give it to destination, it finds its own. So we give it one deliberately placed element, bold, intentional, beautiful, that gives the eye somewhere specific to land and stay. This is the eye magnet. And for Black women over 50, We have an extraordinary advantage here because our skin is a high-contrast canvas. Bold accessories, vivid color, statement pieces all read with an intensity and luminosity on melanin-rich skin that simply isn't available to everyone. We have more to work with. Let's use it. 3 zones, each works differently. Zone 1, the collarbone, a statement necklace, vivid, textured, not dainty, not minimal, draws the eye upward toward the face, creating an elegant center that lives completely above arm level. For fuller arms, this is the single most powerful eye magnet zone, pulls the eye up and inward, away from the arm edges entirely. For Black women over 50, the colors that create the most impact against melanin-rich skin near the face: cobalt blue, magenta, deep amber, emerald green, and warm gold. These are not subtle, and they are not supposed to be. They are the story. For petite women, a necklace that sits at or just above the collarbone. For taller women, a chest-length statement piece that has visual weight. Zone I2. A bold fabric belt or a metallic sash at the waist creates an hourglass anchor point. The eye rests there naturally. This is especially powerful if the dress has any waist definition. One important note: don't force a belt onto a straight-cut dress. On a straight-cut silhouette, a belt creates width in the wrong place. If your dress flows straight from shoulder to hem, go to Zone 1 or Zone 3. Zone 3, below the hip. The one nobody talks about. Colorful shoes at the hemline, a bold patterned bag at hip height. The eye travels all the way down, away from the arms, away from the waist, to the most unexpected destination. This is the most underused focal point zone in fashion. And for Black women over 50 who want a look that is striking from head to toe, this is where it happens. For melanin-rich skin, burnt orange heels, cobalt mules, deep violet slides, metallic gold sandals. These colors against a dark complexion in summer light are electric. And here's something important. The eye magnet isn't only for other people's eyes, it's for yours. When you have somewhere deliberate to look in the mirror, a bold necklace that makes you stop, a belt that nips your waist in a way you love, shoes that make you smile before you leave the house. That is where confidence lives. Not in covering, in choosing. Shopping note: statement necklaces, ASOS, Target, TJ $10. Look for acrylic, bold resin, or chunky metal. The most visual weight for the price. Metallic belt. Search wide satin sash belt women or thin metallic belt women on Amazon, under $15. Colorful heels and mules, DSW, ASOS, and Zara all carry bold color options seasonally. Trick 5. The Melanin Colour Code, the science of color that was never written for us. Rewritten. This is the one I have been most excited to share with you, because every color guide you have ever read was written for someone else's skin. It's time we had our own. Here is the optical science behind color and arms. When your arm skin is a noticeably different color from the fabric sitting against it, the brain reads a line where they meet. That line draws the eye. Every time. But when the fabric and skin are in the same tonal family, when there is no strong contrast at the edge, the arm simply recedes into the silhouette. It becomes part of the whole picture, not a separate element. Eliminate the contrast line, and the eye has nothing to follow. For Black women, this science we in ways it simply does not for lighter skin. Because our skin tones are rich, they carry warmth and depth that allows us to wear deeply saturated colors that would overpower most other complexions. We don't get washed out by emerald. We don't disappear into royal blue. We carry cobalt and deep plum and burnt orange the way a dark sky carries stars. 3 levels of color mastery. Each builds on the last. Level 1. The tonal match. This is where Trick 5 and Trick 1 combine to become your most powerful tool. Your mesh layer from Trick 1 and your dress are in the same color family. Same depth. Same undertone. From shoulder to wrist, there is no contrast line for the eye to follow. The arm becomes part of the silhouette. This is the system's maximum power move. Level 2. Depth layering, the Black women's advantage. For Black women specifically, a mesh layer 1 shade deeper than your dress creates something extraordinary, a tonal shadow effect. The arm looks sculpted, intentional, elegant. Try this: a cobalt blue dress with a deep navy mesh layer underneath. A rich terracotta dress with a burnt sienna mesh beneath it. A magenta dress with a deep plum mesh below. This is called tonal layering. And on melanin-rich skin, it creates a depth and sophistication that lighter complexions simply cannot achieve. Level 3. The print intelligence. If you love bold prints, and you should, here is the intelligence you need. Prints concentrated at the hemline or waist are always safe. The eye goes to the print, and the print is nowhere near the arms. Small-scale patterns, tiny florals, fine geometric prints, delicate African wax prints in smaller repeat are essentially neutral to arm attention. The pattern is too detailed for the eye to fixate on any single element. Prints to be thoughtful about. Bold, large-scale prints that are strongest at the sleeve area or shoulder. A large, bold pattern right at the arm edge creates maximum visibility. If you love that print, and again, you should wear what you love, simply add trick 1 underneath in a matching tone, and the contrast line disappears entirely. Now, the color guide that was written specifically for us. The power colors for melanin-rich skin in sleeveless dresses. Cobalt and royal blue. Deep, electric, and extraordinary against dark skin. One of the highest impact combinations in fashion. Emerald and forest green. Luminous, especially powerful on deep, cool-toned skin. Makes the complexion look richer and more radiant. Burnt orange and terracotta. A warm skin tone's best friend. The color has warmth built into it, and it resonates with the golden brown and amber undertones in many black women's skin. Magenta and deep fuchsia. Saturated pink creates stunning contrast on dark skin in a way that pastel pink simply cannot. Pastel often reads as dull against deep complexions. Go saturated or go home. Rich plum and deep violet. Sophisticated, warm, and deeply flattering. Especially beautiful on cool-toned dark complexions. Crisp white against dark skin. White creates maximum luminous contrast. It makes the complexion look rich and radiant. White is not a safe, boring choice for us. It is one of our most powerful ones. Warm gold and bronze. Not yellow, not mustard, specifically gold. Deep, rich, metallic adjacent gold. Against melanin-rich skin, it creates a sun-drenched effect that nothing else can replicate. Colors to approach with intention. Ashy gray and cool silver. These can read as flat against warm undertoned brown skin. If you love silver and gray, look for pieces with warm metallic accents to prevent an ashy effect. Washed out pastels. Blush, baby pink, pale lavender. These often lack the saturation to hold their own against a deep complexion. They can make the whole look feel tired. If you love these tones, go for a deeper, more saturated version. Deep rose rather than blush, deep lavender rather than pale lilac, muddy midtones, olive gray, top brown, muted khaki. These reduce contrast and can dull the natural vibrancy of a rich complexion. If you want earth tones, go rich, deep rust, warm caramel, golden tan. The summer color strategy for events. For outdoor summer events in bright light. And this is the game changer. Jewel tones and warm, vivid colors on dark skin in direct sunlight look extraordinary. The light amplifies the color the way a spotlight hits a stage. If you have an outdoor wedding this summer, and you are wearing a cobalt sleeveless dress with a gold statement necklace and your melanin match mesh underneath, you will be the woman everyone is looking at. On purpose, joyfully. That is the goal. Shopping shift this creates. Before you add a dress to your cart, hold up the image of your mesh top next to it. Are they in the same tonal family, same warmth or coolness, similar depth? Then you're ready to shop with a system, not a wish list. A system. You stayed. Here it is. If you have ever searched arm cover for sleeveless dress or sheer sleeve topper and come back with nothing useful, this is why. Those search terms were not built for what we actually need. Here are the exact search terms that unlock the right results specifically for Black women. On Amazon, search seamless mesh long sleeve top deep brown swap tone for yours, or second skin mesh top melanin filter by color. Sup one size for fuller arms. Budget $12 DOS $28 on ASOS. Search mesh long sleeve top and filter by your color family. ASOS has the widest range of deeper skin tones in their basics. On Target, check the Intimates Basics section. Search seamless layering top. Excellent quality and color range for the price. On Shein, budget option, $12. Size up one full size. Their mesh runs significantly small. For chiffon kimonos in jewel tones, search Chief Kimono Duster Women Cobalt or Emerald or Plum. ASOS, Amazon, TJ Maxx, and Shein all carry these seasonally. For linen open front dusters, search Linen Open Front Duster Women on Amazon or Target. TK Maxx and TJ Maxx carry these in-store for under $35. Look for 100% linen. If unavailable in your color, search Cotton Gauze Kimono Women as an alternative. Bookmark these. Save this video, because next time you're shopping for a summer event, you won't be guessing. Before I let you go, I need to say something. Because I know that some of you have been holding your arms a certain way for a long time. Keeping them close to your body, choosing angles in photos, putting the sleeveless dress back on the hanger every single summer. Your arms carried babies and grandbabies. They cooked Sunday dinners. They held people through funerals and weddings and ordinary Tuesday mornings that turned out to be the days that mattered most. They've raised and clapped and waved goodbye and reached up to God in church. These arms are not a problem to be solved. They are a story, and you should never have to hide your story. Everything I shared with you today, the Melanin Match Layer, the Proportion Reframe, the Permission Layer, the Eye Magnet, the Melanin Colour Code, none of it was about hiding you. It was about giving you a framework, a system, a way to walk into any room, in any sleeveless dress you choose, feeling fully and completely and unapologetically yourself. That sleeveless dress in your closet right now, the jewel-toned one, the bold print one, the crisp white one that makes your skin look like it was kissed by the sun. It's waiting for you. Go get it. If this video opened something up for you, if something shifted, I want to know. Drop the number of the trick that hit hardest in the comments. I read every single one. And if you are new here to Ageless Fashion, welcome home, Queen. This channel is for you. We are building something here. A whole community of Black women over 50 who are done shrinking, done hiding, and done dressing for anyone other than themselves. I am building an entire series, and arms are only the beginning. Coming next, 5 real body tricks to show your legs after 50 for Black women. Sun-damaged skin, dark spots, full calves, varicose veins, the same system, a whole new body zone. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it, and hit the notification bell. Because YouTube does not always show you content from channels you love, and I do not want you to miss a single thing we're building here. Share this video with a sister, a girlfriend, a mother, an auntie, any woman over 50 who has a sleeveless dress waiting in her closet. Because if what we did with arms felt like a revelation, wait until you see what we do with legs. I'll see you in the next one.